Alright, so I did this, oh, well, you can still see it up here. I did this a few days ago, I think, I don't even remember. But it actually got a lot of, they got a lot of reception on it, so I figured that, assuming that was one of the only things that I actually did well, you might want another one. This is wind conditions, which is a very important topic. I don't know why Royal Ghost and Bandit are here. I did not know those were win conditions. I always just thought that those were little bitches who touched your tower. But, uh, I don't know. I can rank them, but I don't think that they're win conditions. I want to restate that these opinions are coming from somebody who has played, who's had an account since launch. I took a big break. I came back a while ago. And I used to hit every Legendary Arena, but then I stopped because I was just getting a pain in the ass. If I sound different, I just woke up, so that's probably why. Okay, so we're going to start out with Balloon. Balloon is good in Lumberloon. I don't know if Lava Loon's still played. I would put it high C, low B. It's definitely not meta, because you can just kind of kill the Balloon in so many ways. If you have, like, Tornado, the Balloon player just loses. Or like Fireball, which is already the best spell, so, like, Balloon's good, but it could most certainly be better. I don't think that you should buff Balloon, though. Balloon is one of the cards that if it's buffed in the wrong way, I think we'd have only Balloon meta, and it would really suck. Battle Ram is also going in C. If it complements another card that's going to go much higher for Bridge Spam, but it itself is not super highly amazing. It's easily counterable with like a Skarmy or just any high damage. Most spells will make it not connect to tower, and then you can follow up with a troop. Most, like, single troops anyways will counter it and just kill it. But assuming that it hits, which sometimes it gets this stupid ass hits that shouldn't hit, then your tower takes a shit ton of damage. So it's like a one-time Balloon, but faster. Hogrider's going in meat, because he is objectively not. I wouldn't say he's the best win condition, but he's very close. The thing with Hogrider is that he will always be good, unless they specifically make him terrible, and if they do that, then the game will probably die. So as long as Hogrider is in this good spot, like, he'll be meta. Because he's cheap, he's effective, Hog Cycle's still a thing, which makes me want to put a bullet in my head. E-Barbs are not a win condition, they just aren't. They can make you win the game when your opponent sucks. As a card, I mean, they're C, but as a win condition, they're D. Like, they're not amazing. It's like with the Rage buff, they got better, because now you can just kill Rage with Skeletons. Or if you play Lumberjack E-Barbs, then, I mean, you have your fucking Caravan, who then dies, kills all the Skeletons, your E-Barbs from the tower, but I'll put him at C. Bottom of C, though. I used to play E-Barbs, to be clear, but, like, they're so easily counterable that I wouldn't touch them. Giants, I mean, he can usually get a connection to tower, kind of like Hog. He just doesn't do enough damage. Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem... No. Oh, well, I guess with Graveyard, assuming that Giant is meant to be placed with Graveyard, I could put Giant up here, because Graveyard's going over here. And for Graveyard, I've just never really seen it succeed. I don't know, you can only really take one tower, and if they activate King Tower off of you, you just lose. Like, your Graveyard literally does nothing. So, I don't know. Graveyard Giant, though, is the only reason why Giant's up here. Because, at least well, I guess, to be fair, it used to be good. It's not great anymore. So I'll put him down here. Goblin Barrel's going to go in highly viable. I'm not going to put him in meat for mainly the reason that Logbait's kind of fallen off. And, like, the Goblin Barrel is good. It just doesn't do guaranteed damage, and Mostly people use it with Rocket to get that guaranteed damage. Goblin Giant, I don't know. I don't like how they, because like it's Goblin Giant and Sparky. They go in the same deck, or like Lava Hound. I don't see anything. Lava Hound, Balloon, and Skelly Loon. They all go in the same deck, but I don't know. I'll just rank both of them, I guess. So Goblin Giant and Sparky go to like here with Rage, and then here without Rage. Goblin Giant, I've learned recently is very good, but I haven't used him enough to place him high. So I'm gonna put him here, and I'm gonna put Sparky in D. Sparky without Goblin Giant is so bad. It's very hit or miss. Like if they have no cards to counter your Sparky, it goes to S tier. But if they have any electric cards at all, it goes to F tier. It does nothing. Like it's either the biggest kick in the dick to any game, or like you just wasted 6 elixir, unlucky, you know. Golem. I mean, Golem's okay. I think you're a pussy if you use Golem, but I mean, it's all right. I would. Too many things are in the C tier. Hold on, 1 second. I'm gonna move you up, just to have some tier balance here. I'm not gonna move you up though. Golem's all right. Like you can play Golem and win really easily. I guess that's the definition of highly viable. It's just like, it's not fun to either party to literally just play 3 cards and now I win, which is usually how that goes. Or they play a Golem and then you just fuck up their entire push and then you kill them because they have no elixir. But Lava Hound I'm putting here. Lava Hound I'm putting there only because I don't have enough experience. But once again, it's a situation as another card that I'm going to put up here, where every time I see it used, it gets murdered, and I've not seen a Lava Hound deck succeed since like 2017, so I'm gonna put that there. I did stop playing for a while, to be clear. Royal Hogs. Now I know that these things, I know a lot of people would put them here. I just can't do that. Now, I know that a lot of high-level people use these. I'm sure they're great. But it falls into Lava Hound syndrome, where every time I play against these, I don't use them. Every time I play against these, they get shat on completely. I don't know what I'm doing that's so special, but they just lose. Whether they split their hogs, they don't split their hogs. You just play some shit in the middle, they get like 1 hit and they die. Like, they don't have enough health, they don't do damage. I hate them. I hate them that they're in the game and people seem to think that they're so amazing. So, where I would personally put them is F. But I clearly know that they are not there. I will put them in C because I'm not experienced enough. I'm going to do this because Graveyard without Giant is just not good. Minor Poison. Minor anything else. It's not meta, but it's annoying as shit to play against Minor Poison. I'll put it on B highly viable because I mean it really just comes down to defending a shit ton, playing Minor and Poison, and then winning. It's just kind of a pain to play against. Mortar is good. It's just such a snooze fest, man. It's such a like it takes so long to deal any damage, and if they have like a Royal Giant, you just lose. Unlucky. Unless you can cycle to your Mortar faster than they can cycle to the Giant. But that 4-second deploy time doesn't really let that happen. Rim Raider's bad. I won't put it. I kind of want to, but it's just kind of like a worse hog. That Dex with her can work, but it's just not really. She's not good. No, I'm gonna put you in F tier. I'm sure if I'm wrong, somebody will comment and tell me why, but this is not. I don't think I've ever lost to a Ram Rider deck. I'm gonna put it that way. It's never happened. It's just not good. The only thing that it is good for is turning your hog useless if they play it on their side, and then they can turn your push into this slow-moving blob. But that usually just ends up in me countering their Ram Rider and then them still losing their tower. So, Rocket, yeah. Spell cycle will always be good. And unveiling a rocket last second to just fuck your tower is terrible. It's probably not there, but the amount of hatred I have for this card is going to win over my real thoughts. Alright, there's a lot, so I'm very biased. I use Royal Giant now. I didn't used to. I want to put him in meat, but I don't think he's there. I'm counting Evo Royal Giant in this. It's very, very good, and I also realize that Rage Royal Giant is also very good. Especially normal, because you can kill the Skarmy that they place on it, and he will murder tower. It is crazy effective. It's the only reason why I put Rage on a higher tier in my last tier list. Royal Giant is very effective at what he does, unless they have a building. If they have a building, you lose. Unless you're packing Fireball, and then if it's a Tesla, you cry. But, like, as long as if it's Tesla, you will kind of lose unless you're running Earthquake, and even then, it's so expensive that half the time not Earthquake being expensive, just a 9 elixir sink into a little bit of tower chip damage as he places a mini P.E.K.K.A. Or a P.E.K.K.A. on your Royal Giant, kind of, makes it obsolete. 3 Musketeers are bad right now. They're not good. They're good overall, but they're just not good right now. They're great on defense. They're like, I would say, one of the best defensive cards. But on offense, they tend to just kind of die to like lightning, or they get fireballed and then unlucky, Wall breakers. They're very annoying, but with Cannoneer, they don't do very much. I run Cannoneer a lot, and wall breakers just don't do anything against me. So, another biased opinion. If it was before Cannoneer had existed, I would have put them up, like, probably here-ish. But I'm going to move Balloon down. I don't know why you're so high. But with Cannoneer's existence, I would put you, not F, because it still can perform. It's just not very well. But it's, with Cannoneer, you have to have Minor, or some other thing. You need some other thing that'll take 2 hits in front of it. Skeleton Barrel. This card's really funny, and I wish it was better. But what its main usage is to boost balloon speed. We're gonna meet halfway here. It's to boost balloon speed and just make it skyrocket to your tower, even without a rage. So, same thing with Hound, but Hound doesn't really do anything once it gets a tower. It just kind of sits there and looks pretty, besides tanking damage. Expo. Oh man, I hate this card. It's not great, but I fucking hate it, and I think that all Expo players should burn in the lake of fire. It's not fun to play against, not even fun to play. You just sit there fucking snoozing while you play your Expo, and then they play something in front of it, and then you spend 30 elixir trying to defend it. Your Expo taps tower for 2 things, and then they play, like, some card, and then you play Expo in the middle, and then it just dies, and it's like, come on, man. It's such a boring card. This tier list is made on what's good and what's fun to play against. The only reason Rocket's up here is because it's good and it's fun to play with, because it's fun to go, that's a nice tower, goodbye. But it's not fun to play against. This is not fun to play with or against. It's a snooze. It's such a snooze. It's kind of the same thing with Graveyard. Royal Ghost I don't think is a win condition, but as a card overall, I would say he's alright. I'll put you low A. I guess that's B. It's weird. There's no S. It's A, B, C, D, F. Royal Ghost is good. I think he's very consistent. He's a 3 elixir card that has a lot of health, does a decent amount of damage, and does splash damage. He just attacks really slow. So he can consistently pull out higher elixir cards for 4 things. Instead of getting what's generously known as a shit ton of tower damage if you just let them through. Bandit is kind of the same way, except you can play anything, and you can play like goblins, and then she'll just die. So we'll place you like here-ish. Yeah, put you above Expo. And this is not a. Keep in mind, I kind of just woke up. This is a very fast, shitting out my brain. This isn't supposed to be amazing, but I thought I agree with most of these opinions, and I'm sure I will by the end of it. All right, goodbye. Oh, and subscribe. I always forget to say that.